Hello, whistleblowers everywhere. Today's tune breakdown is rather an unusual one because even though most of it is written in 6/8 in jig time, there is a bar of 12/8 and there is a bar of 9/8 right at the end on the last or second to last line of this piece. It's a tune called the Pitlochry High School Centenary, and it's a composition by the late great piper Gordon Duncan. He wrote some wonderful piping tunes which translate really nicely onto whistle or flute. And this is one of them. So as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this tune pretty much straight all the way through. Now we've got a number of different repeated notes, and where there's more than one or two, I'm going to separate the first one with a cut and then the second one with a tap. As usual, I'm going to do it at 60, which is fairly slow and steady to start with. And then we'll do a dig into this piece and see what we can add to it. Now, this is a great piece for practicing those crans. And we're also going to later on introduce what we call a double tap long roll. So a double tap long roll is basically you're just adding an extra tap before you do the note and the cut. So it goes tap, cut, tap, or rather note, tap, cut, tap, da, 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 note, tap, cut, tap. But we'll have a look at that in closer detail. We'll probably only do it on the E towards the end. Just it's a good one to practice. So let's have a look at this Pitlochry High School Centenary. Again, I'm going to play it through at 60, and where there's in the second measure, we've got 3 Bs. I'm going to play the first, tap, cut the second, and tap the third. And again, we're going to repeat that process. If there's 3 notes, we're going to cut the second and tap the third. And if we look at the second bar on the third line, we've got 3 Gs all in a row. So we're going to play the G, cut the G, tap the G, then cut the next G. So we got note, cut, tap, cut, F sharp, and then the E. So anyway, I'll play it through nice and steady for you so you can get your head around this. As I said, it's quite an unusual tune, but it's great fun to play. So here we go. This is the Pitlochry High School Centenary at 60. So here's my click. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this particular tune has a lot of middle D crans in this. We can also do some E crans as well, but they're all upper register crans. So very slowly I'm going to take you through the cran. Unfortunately, it's one of those ornaments which doesn't sound correctly until you do it at more or less the correct speed, but it's something which you need to get practicing slowly and then practice it at the full speed. So with the D cran, excuse me, the D cran, this finger off of course, the way I do it is middle, index, middle, and that's the basic cran. There are a more extended cran which I think sounds better if you can do it, but this is a good way to start with it. So it's and when you do it at speed, now, I always like to tongue crans because I think it comes through, accents that first note, and it comes through cleaner in my mind. So I always tongue the crans separately. Middle, index, middle. So the idea, fingers have to be relaxed and soft. If there's tension in it, it won't sound good, it won't sound clean. So you can, if you want, go index, middle, index. If you find that easier, but for me, middle, index, middle. So very slowly. And then when you speed it up, you want to get that kind of rhythmic drumming of your fingers. It's your fingers that are creating the rhythm of the cran. So when we speed it up and we put it in the tune, now the cran can be extended to add an additional A cut, and I always think this sounds better. So you're going middle, index, middle, cut. So it's like a very quick quadruplet. Digga-da-da, digga-da-da. Takes a lot of practice to get your cran up to speed. So I would suggest starting with the simple one. And once you've got that one, then add that extra A cut. So simple cran. Added A. And when you come to speed it up, yeah, make sure you can hear the rhythm clearly. So digga-da on the simple and digga-da-da on the more complex. And the more complex. So it sounds easy when you get to it, but it isn't, and it takes a lot of practice to get your crans clean. I certainly remember when I was learning crans on the pipes, it took me absolutely ages to finally get the right rhythm for the cran, and the rhythm is found on the drumming of your fingers on the whistle. Da 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 da. Middle, index, middle, A cut. So, bearing in mind with the crans, the easy cran or the middle, index, middle. Or the extended with the extra A cut. You want to get that kind of rhythmic burbling, I suppose is a good word to describe that, the rhythmic burbling of the cran. It's very important to get the rhythm within the rhythm of the cran, otherwise it'll just sound like a big mess. Mine certainly did sound a big mess for the longest time until I was able to get the rhythm consistently. So the first bar, and again I'm putting a cut on that high F. Okay, second bar. So I'm cutting the second B and then tapping the third B. Let's put those two together. Again. Okay, bar 3, same as bar 1. So we get the cran on the D. And then the last bar on the first line. So, whole of the first line. So bars 1 and 2, repeat of bars 1 and 2 in the first line. Then we have this going up in a pattern. Now don't be tempted to tongue those notes separately. Try and do it all in that one breath, and it's good practice this for getting clean finger articulation. So and then the last bar. So A, E, cut the second D, tap the third, D, C sharp. Okay, let's play through the first A part very slowly. Now let's do it at 60. 1, 2, 1, 2. And now let's have a look at the B part. Let me just shut my metronome off. Yeah. So the B part. So again, we've got lots of repeated patterns in the B part. And again, lots of lovely cram practice. So let's move on now and have a look at the B part. So the B part, which starts on the beginning of the third line. Again, we've got that cram on the D's. It's good practice. You don't have to cran every D, but for now it's good practice and it sounds great when you do it. But yeah, when you come to play, everything pretty much is optional in terms of the ornamentation. You may decide to play it straight, which is absolutely fine. But here we go. So first bar, line 3. Again, separating the two A's with tonguing. With cuts. Then the 3 Gs, I'm going to do it as a long roll. So we got note, cut, tap. So we've actually got 4 Gs. So first G, cut the second G, tap the third G, then cut the fourth, F sharp, E. So bars 1 and 2 on the third line. Again. And so bar 3, same as bar 1. So let's do that again. And again, separating the 2 A's with a cut. So let's have a look at bars 1 and 2 on the 4th line. So we've got the same figure. So getting that cran. Now you can either use the simple or the more extended cran. And then second bar on the 4th line. So we got the da 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 da. So we got the 16th note into the dotted 8th note, or the semiquaver into the dotted quaver. So note, cut, tap, F. So those 2 bars, bars 1 and 2 on the 4th line. Okay, so bars 3 and 4 on the 4th line. Long roll on the E. So we've got E, cut, tap, cut, F, D. And then so let's have a look at that second line now. Sorry, second line of the B part, so that's the 4th line. Right, let's play through the B part very slowly. 1, 2. And again. So let's do it at 60 now. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the B part. Let's move on now and have a look at the C part. So in the C part, we've got lots of interval movement. Now it's up to you whether you tongue it. I prefer not to. I prefer to just let my breath move consistently between the high and the low notes. It takes a bit of practice, but I always think it sounds great. It sounds smooth. So getting that. So it's good practice to try and get that to move between the registers just by your airflow, by increasing and reducing the volume of air you're putting through the whistle, and try and get that nice and clean each time. So I mean, you do it speed, it's perfectly possible. Now, if you want, you can tongue it. And it has its own little flavour if you tongue each one of the notes separately, but I would just practice it both ways, tongued and slurred through the whole lot. So, tongued, slurred. So practice it both ways, and it's up to you whether you tongue them or you slur them. I think it's good practice to slur them all. Certainly it's good practice to help you move between the upper and lower registers cleanly, just using breath alone. So that's kind of what I prefer to do. And again, the last bar, we separate the B's with cuts. And so the next line of the C part, so it's line 6. Same thing, again you can tongue it. But when you're tonguing it, don't use that legato tonguing, that smooth tonguing, so you don't have this. You don't want that, you want it smooth. So you don't hear a little gap between each note. So bars 3 and 4 on the 6th line. So separating the A's, and then on the E's we're doing a long roll on that. And then the last bar. So I'm going G, A, cut the second A, tap the third A, G, E. So let's have a look at that slowly, lines 5 and 6, the C part. So what I like to do at the end, second time of the C part, is just go, and then it gives me a chance to get a breath for the D part. So let's try it at 60. 1, 2. So it's a bit tricky, that one, because the click tends to be on the offbeat. So if we try that again at 60, listen to how the click works on the offbeat. 1, 2. So that might throw you initially, because the way it's written, even though it's written in 6/8, it tends to sound like the emphasis on those notes tends to fall on the offbeat. So it's rather syncopated, that C section. Okay, so we've got A, B and C. Let's have a look at our final D section. So this is where we start off with a bar of 12/8 and then we have a bar of 9/8. So we've got a moving time signature. So you have to be aware of the rhythm with that. So we've got 12/8, 9/8 and then it goes back into 6/8. So let's have a look now at this final D part. Okay, so the last two lines, 7 and 8. So we'll do this really slowly. So that's that bar of 12/8. Dun, da, 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 da. So again. So on the G's, I'm doing a long roll. And what I'm tending to do when I come down is I tongue the A, the second A, the low A. So it's going tongue, slur, slur, cut, tongue, tongue. Then I tongue the low A. So each low A I'm tonguing. Now if we carry that on into the bar of 9/8, it's one kind of long phrase. So we've got and those three E's in the 9/8 bar, we're doing a long roll. So let's do the bar of 12/8 and then the bar of 9/8 slowly. Again. So there again, I'm doing a long roll on the G, on the three G's in the bar of 12/8, and I'm doing a long roll on the three E's in the bar of 9/8, the one after it. So now we go back into 6/8 and we're doing the same tonguing of the low A. And again, the rhythm on that second bar on the last line, long roll and then da-da. So we're doing an uneven cut tap. So those two bars on the last line, bars 1 and 2. Long roll the E. And then cut that fourth. So note, cut, tap, cut, F, D. So let's try the whole of that D part. So that's the last two lines. We'll do it slowly first. So let's try that at 60. So 1, 2, 1, 2. part. So let's have a go now at playing it all the way through. So we're going to do each section twice with the ornaments and the tonguing that we've done previously. And again, we'll do it at 60. So Pitlochry High School Centenary at 60. Once we've done that, we'll dig in and have a look at some other kinds of ornaments that we can use. I'm not going to do too much in the way of variation on this. I don't think it needs it. So maybe throw in a few little variations, but not much. So again, at 60 beats a minute, we're going to play through each section twice. So 4 sections, each played twice. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's go back and have a look at what else we can do in the A part. So we've got the cran on the D. So what I'm doing on that section, I'm adding an extra. So it's like an extended short roll. So I'm going G, sound the B, and then cut, tap. So as we've been playing it, now with the extended short roll, it gives it a different kind of rhythmic flavour. So let me show you the first 2 measures, first as we've been playing it, and then with that sort of extended short roll, which is note, cut, tap, cut, da, da. So as we've played it, now with the extended short roll. So G, note, cut, tap, cut, A, B. You can do the same thing on the second one. So now with the extended short roll. So if I do that really slowly. Now at speed. Yeah, sounds different from the normal. So again, we're just adding that extra. So we can do that again with the E. So the normal last bar on the second line. So what we can do is add that extra. So the way we were doing it. Now with that extra extended short roll. So let me play the whole of that A part with the extended short roll. So let's do it a bit quicker. Takes a bit of practice, but it's just an addition. It's just adding the additional. It's like almost like doing a long roll, but in the time of a short roll. You're doing the same. Note cut tap, yeah. So if we look at the last bar, it's E, A, E, cut, tap. Rather than just. And we're same with the G, with the B, sorry. So let me play it once through, really slowly. So yeah, it's up to you. It's a nice little variation that you can add an extra sort of step to that short roll, to the cut and the tap. Right, the B part. So so what we can do, instead of doing a short roll, sorry, a long roll on the G, we can extend that and do what's called a double tap. So with the long roll, it's note, cut, tap, note, cut, tap, da, da, da. With the double tap, it's note, tap, cut, tap, note, tap, cut, tap. So it gives us a slightly different rhythm. So the normal long roll. Now the double tap, da, 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 da. So you're going note, tap, cut, F, E. So that's the second bar on the third line. the normal long roll. Now with the double tap roll on the G. So there I'm putting a little triplet. So I'm going from E, then C sharp, B, A. Now you can put a little triplet going up from the C sharp, so you can go. And again, I'm triple tonguing that to get it staccato, but you can go. Or so either way work. It's just a nice little variation you can put in. So let's have a look at that first line of the B part, third line, with the double tap on the G and that little triplet. Okay, so the fourth line. You can do the double tap there again if you want. And we got that dotted rhythm, so we got like a semi-quaver to a dotted quaver. And then again we can do that double tap on the E. So E, tap, cut, F, D. So the normal roll. Now with the double tap. The other thing you can do is like the D cran, we can do an E cran. So it's the same movement, except we're using an E. So it's middle, index, middle, and then the A cut, or just middle, index, middle if you're doing the simple. So we got, and we got the extra cut to separate. So what we're doing a long cran. So with the simple, now if we add the extra A cut, or the double tap, same rhythm, we're just doing a different device. So it gives us the same rhythm, but the cran is just simply made up of cuts, while the double tap roll has got two taps in it. So listen to the difference. I'll play that that bar with a double tap, then with the cran. So the second line. Okay, so let's have a look at the C part now, see if there's anything we can do there. It's probably not a great deal because it's pretty busy already. again, we can do the double tap there, or the cran. So again, yeah, I would maybe instead of the long roll on the E, either do a double tap roll or a cran. They both work nicely. So let's play through the C part twice. So we did the double tap that time. And then the last bit, so again we can put some triplets in that. So I'm going A, D, F sharp, A. So I'm going, adding the F sharp as an additional note. So I'm going A, D, F sharp, additional triplet. So as written. Now with the additional triplet. And again, a little triplet. So those are the two bars on the 7th line. You can even put a triplet on that first bar in the 9/8. So I'm playing a C sharp. So let's try that slowly. And again, you can make them staccato if you want. So, same thing. And again, cran or double tap on that E. So let's play that last part with those additional variations. So if you want to add the triple tonguing, so there are some little variation ideas, adding a few little triplets here, there and everywhere. Again, personal taste. If you like them, then throw some in. If it's not for you, then leave them out. There's absolutely no has-tos with this tune, or with any tune, for instance. Play it. As long as you've got the right notes and the right rhythm, and the rhythm is everything on this, yeah, you're good to do your own thing. And if you can think of your own variations, then try some. That's what it's all about. It's all about adding your own mark on a piece of music and just making it your own. So yeah, have fun with this tune. It's a great little tune. And again, before I leave you, I'd just like to remind you, if you could possibly subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic, wonderful and marvellous. Again, just keep your eye out for updates. There's always new content coming up. Lots of different kinds of tunes, slow airs, jigs, reels, hornpipes, dance music, and not just Irish stuff as well. I mean, we've got some Scots stuff. We've even got, I think, a Welsh tune, Morph After and Hinnis. So it's pretty much the music from the British Isles and from Ireland as well. So lots to choose, lots to think about, tutorials. So yeah, there's lots of content, always new stuff coming up regularly. So yeah, keep your eye out. And again, if you want to make a comment, if you want to ask me any questions, there's leave me a comment. Anything you're not sure about, yeah, happy to answer all questions. So what I'm going to do to leave you, I'm going to play this all the way through. I won't bother doing it with a click, but I'll play it all the way through for you, sort of my take on it. So this is the Pitlochry High School Centenary.